hold the big black stick.
Whoa. As long as it's that big black.
So here at the Toronto ComiCON, we get a chance to talk to great people all the time, and I am standing beside two great actors right now on the hit show
Where?
Bitten.
I like the way this is going.
Yeah.
Where are those guys?
I'm speaking with Michael Xavier and Steve Lund, who play Nick Sorrentino and Logan Johnson, respectively. You guys, the last couple of episodes specifically, both of your characters, it's like, yeah, sure, there's Elena and there's Clay and everything. Whatever. You guys, it's like your show. The last two episodes, right? It's amazing how like what seemed like just part of the group is now you guys are really like stepping up and into important story elements.
Yeah, well, I think the story, just on a whole, for all the characters, is really ramping up in these later episodes. I mean, the first few episodes, obviously, we get a chance to get to know the lead characters and establish what the relationships are like. And now the intensity in the plot line is really starting to really start kicking into high gear. So it's really fun.
We're called to order. You know, it's the bell is tolling, and it's time to step up and mature, I guess, in a lot of ways. We're dealt with some circumstances where we need to really adapt or to survive.
Logan learned not only last episode before this, he learned that he was going to have a child.
Yep.
Logan is pregnant. Yes.
Yeah. He doesn't look like it right now.
Child.
Yeah. But then he found out, of course, that your character found out that it's a boy.
Right.
Which is a big-time revelation in the show, because this has big implications. And the look on his face was priceless in the because it's like, oh shit.
Obviously, he's being a father for anybody is or a parent to be is a big step for anybody. So you got to get in the right mindset of what type of parent am I going to be? Right. This is changing my life. But for Logan, obviously being a werewolf, if it's a girl, it doesn't carry that werewolf gene. If it's a boy, it carries that werewolf gene, and it opens up a whole new bag of tricks.
Yeah, a little heavier than like regular folk.
Yeah. There's a
talking
twist.
what color we're gonna paint the room.
Actually, I think you're stealing a line from the show. I think we use that.
Oh, really?
Later episodes.
Oh.
Spoiler alert.
That's a spoiler.
Yeah.
I want to know, during that one lovely scene with your, I don't know, architect or whatever she was. How
Amanda.
the hell did you get her pantyhose off without taking off her shoes?
Practice? How do you get to Carnegie Hall?
It's a really exciting time for my character, and this is where the arc starts to happen for me, and viewers will say, well, which way is he going to go? Is he going to still be that lovable sort of fun-loving guy, kind of a jokester or whatever, or is he going to adopt the responsibilities that he's been dealt, with all of the trauma that's happened to him specifically? So it's a maturation, and it's a big shift, and it brings with it quite a change in the way you'll see my characters.
This is mostly for Michael. I want to know if there's a lot of backlash. I know it was really exciting when you got to stay alive. When Antonio died, I'm really sorry, but I wanted you out when Antonio died. But was there a lot of negative feedback?
So basically the question was, in the books, Logan actually dies, but in the series, it was Antonio that died, so I was wondering if there was any backlash to that.
I haven't experienced any of that yet.
Until just now.
I mean, she called me your dad, but other than that, she called me up.
We got that,
So you prefer Antonio to Logan? Is that what you're trying to say? Bring back Antonio.
As an actor, you want to find the importance for your character, right?
Right.
And me becoming a father, as well as this these rogue werewolves moving in and threatening our reign on the East Coast, our pack of werewolves. I mean, that really ramps up the importance of the issues right now, and that's what's really fun for actors to be able to play.
It's nice to look forward in a storyline and see like because we had a little bit of an indication.
Right.
I know I did of where my character was going to go, but I didn't want to think about that too soon.
Right.
And then when I knew sort of the scheduling for when the big things for Nick's character were going to happen, it's like, okay, then now my process starts, and I can totally just sink into this thing. And you change as a person in your day-to-day life,
Right.
to accommodate for having to be at that emotional place at the drop of a dime. You know? So, and that's a lot of fun as an actor.
I feel like I've settled into Nick quite comfortably. There's a lot of freedom to bring myself to the character, which I'm so thankful for as an actor. It being my first series and most involved in a project to this magnitude, it makes it a lot easier to live that way. But I think I'm just blessed to have such a character with dimensions and also something to learn, which is how I feel in my life. You know, I'm very new at this, and I'm learning from these guys around me. So that element of it has been the most giving for me, at least.
In the next, 4 episodes, for your characters specifically, and also the show, like, what is it that you guys are most excited for fans to see about what's going on?
Well, I think maybe I can almost speak for the two of us, where you see the growth between, well, for my character, and obviously there's an extreme amount of growth in Nick, but like you said, starting being this buttoned up, very straight and well thought out guy in Logan, and a young professional in Logan, and then sort of teetering between what my responsibilities are and how I'm going to fight to achieve different goals.
Right.
You start to see this guy loosen up a little bit. Well, I don't know if loosen up is the right way to put it, because when he's in this scenario of fighting, it gets pretty
Loose.
He ain't that loose. I mean, he gets pretty down and dirty. So I think what you're seeing is this guy's struggling to maintain this human world.
Right.
And then the werewolf side of things start to really take over. His werewolf instincts start to take over. So I think that's the most interesting for my character, if you want to look out for it. Yeah.
I'm most excited about the bad guys. We have some awesome, like the best casts. Like our bad guys are wicked. There's a few that you haven't met yet.
Okay, excellent.
And so I'm excited mostly for the storyline, for viewers to find out just how deep this goes and how far back it goes and everything. Because it'll offer, I'll say, a twist, but it's sort of just like, it's all encompassing. And it's when we really reach that climactic finale.
Right.
It's like, oh my God. When you thought it couldn't get any crazier than this, there's another level to be explored there, and it's
nice.
Really, really awesome for viewers.
Have you guys heard anything about?
Haven't.
No. Okay, we won't say any more. We won't say any more. But we hope so.
Stop spreading the news. We want a season 2. We want you to be a part of it.